Hello, everyone, and thanks for checking out the studio update here. So this is part of podcast that um, I'm releasing, and so it's going out to much all the major platforms for podcasts and things. And video edition is available to members of the exclusive updates on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk about a few things that I'm working on. So I'm working on a second video for the Travels by Pat Metheny. And so I'm working on some ideas on how I'm going to do that. My current thought is that I'm going to talk through a couple of shapes in the beginning of the video, maybe, and get folks kind of set up for it. And then I think I'm going to do a very slow playthrough of the four sections of the tune. So the form is A, B, A. The final A, at least on the recording that I'm referencing, goes up an octave for at least part of it. So that makes that a little bit different. But the first two A's are very similar. And of course, that's going to be, sort of a, trying to do it all as accurate as I can to the recording I'm referencing. And then, when I kind of sit around and play that tune, or I don't think I've ever performed it live, but if I were to do that, I would not play it exactly that way. But I want to provide a good jumping off point so that folks can learn it and take it in the direction that they want to kind of take it in. So I'm also compiling some bossa nova rhythms and thinking about doing a video on that. And so I'm excited about doing that, but I haven't exactly worked out the format on that either. But I'm trying to get more set up to be able to do acoustic kind of in the room thing. So I'll be using that nylon string that I played on a video I put out a little while ago, and that video with the tabs at the bottom and then sort of a close up of the neck, that just a little view of me, is something that I'm experimenting with and trying out. So I may do that with the Travels video as well, but I'll probably also do that with the bossa nova rhythm. So I want to compile a few and just kind of maybe think through some of the concepts. You could take these one measure units, or like kind of 2/4 measure units, and then you can kind of stack them, combine them, and then do different variations on them. So I haven't decided exactly how I want to format all that, but that's kind of something that's really kind of fun to work with. And I'm working with another Brazilian tune, or a Baden Powell tune, a little bit of a longer piece than the previous one, and I actually want to re-record the my latest YouTube um, video because I think I've figured out some things about recording that I think I may benefit from that. And so another couple of things that I've done with the YouTube member area is decided to consolidate a little bit and just kind of restructure and rethink what I'm doing there. So for the time being, I think what I'm going to do is have the practice ideas and concepts um, level or tier, and I don't know if I should rename it or not, but I think it's going to encompass a broader range of topics. So I think I'm going to do kind of improv topics and theory and fingerboard things. So I'm keeping all those playlists very active and in place, but I'm kind of consolidating it down to one member tier. And so if you are checking out this podcast, or if you're already a member of the exclusive updates, you might consider that uh, member area. So this morning I came across a really kind of cool little article. I just read it very very briefly, and it's I guess the Google algorithm or something suggested this for me, and so I thought it was kind of cool. I think it's Tyler McLaughlin, computational harmony. So I'm kind of interested in computers, and I've done a little bit of coding, partly just because I'm a little interested in it and I like computers, and but I also want to tie these things into music theory and guitar theory. So I wrote that whole Fretprints app, which is really, I think it's really really cool. But anyhow, so um, with the time limits of trying to record video and practicing for various projects and things and all this stuff, it's sort of like I don't have a ton of time to invest in that area, at least not right now. So maybe eventually I will get back to it. But anyway, so I find it a little interesting to come across this. So he comes up with this idea of having a brightness score, and I think that must be his name there, because that's what it is there on the on GitHub. But brightness scores for 28 jazz modes and 18 rules for modulation. So kind of cool, because I can really see taking a look at this, and this ties into teaching guitar, which is one of the big areas that I'm interested in. They have these nice graphics and things, but so we did a little talk on practice ideas and concepts today, just going over a couple of the more neutral modes. So I took four of these modes that he kind of classified as neutral, um, and I think that's a decent word to use for that. But so we went over that and uh, pulled from a few different modes from four different scales. So it's kind of a cool talk. In the previous few weeks, we've been looking at bebop scales and things, and talking about those. So that is a really um, good topic for working out lines and being able to um, play chord tones on strong beats, so that you can outline uh, chord changes. So it's kind of another tool that you can utilize, or another manner of speaking when improvising, to think about these kind of things, these concepts. Right. So you can take when you add that eighth note, into, let's say, a C major scale like that. It comes around so that will land notes from a chord tone on the major seven, or maybe I should say six, C6, will land on the strong beat. So we've been looking at Jerry Bergonzi on that, and so he has this whole series of books on jazz improv, and so we've been utilizing those books and going through those and really trying to apply some of those concepts and things onto the guitar. So basically, we're kind of connecting those lines. So we'll see what comes out next. But as I kind of get everything reevaluated, I'm gonna come up with a fairly regular routine, hopefully. But we'll see. So I haven't been doing the Sunday live recently either, so I'm not exactly sure that's the best time to do it, both for me and both for listeners. So I may try to do that do a live stream at a different time. So we'll see. All right, so it's kind of a short talk today. See if possible to get a little more out. So I'm working a little bit on the travels video, some bossa nova things. I'm also working on a ukulele video with an arrangement of "Over the Rainbow" by Jake Shimabukuro. And so I plan to do a video on that as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to start a ukulele channel, a channel dedicated to ukulele. I think I probably will. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards doing. But I also have a couple of things that I'm doing with some more like electric guitar type things as well. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks for listening, and I will see you all. Hope to hear from you all soon. Thanks.